So there are some issues with doing schemes like this, and we first thought about this about 7 years ago, and I think you'll get a flavour of the difficulties that we encounter when you move into our seminar, because we hope that we'll challenge you in that and try and get you to complete the Saxon Gate in 7 minutes, never mind 7 years. So the very long lead-in time from the conception to delivery. Location's the biggest driver. There's no point doing one in an industrial estate because you're not meeting the inclusiveness needs. But then you have the added factor of the cost that can really move onward and upward. Although there may be a benefit now with the economy slumping a bit that if you buy now, then you might be able to mothball for a while. So the cost of the scheme was quite high, and that was focused partially on the delays that came about, also focused on the fact that because we are moving people from residential care, then the availability of Housing Corporation money wasn't really that readily available, and we also had to try and entice a private developer to come into this and make it profitable for them as well. The learning point that we had was that you've got to bring key stakeholders in early. That was really important for us too. Now start talking to the people that you're looking to move on, because choice to us means that you may well live in a studio flat and I may think that it's not suitable for you, but if you think it's suitable, then I can force you to move. And that's something that we encountered as well. Inclusiveness is not coming from us, it's coming from what the person who lives in their community thinks. And we had a number of people who thought their community was more than inclusive for their needs. And that's certainly a key learning point for us as well. We envisaged there'd be a rush for people to move out. We thought we'd have to build 3 of these. Actually, we didn't, because some people thought, no, my inclusiveness is happy here. Whereas other people were saying, make my inclusiveness more. And I think the other thing to look at is that the Learning Centre is not a day centre. We didn't design it to be a day centre. We didn't want people to come along and spend their whole day there. And I think what we've seen from that is that certainly some of the local pubs now have a lot more people in wheelchairs using them. Certainly a lot of the shops have people using them as well. And we encourage people to go out and challenge the community. And if you ask Kevin and Annalise about the challenges they've made, then they will be able to tell you stories that really have positive outcomes. And I think the big difficulty is that we've got nothing to measure progress against. So it's quite difficult to see, are we doing as much as we can, should we be doing better? And I think that's a challenge that comes from all the innovations that can come through the Housing Corporation Gold Awards. How can we measure this, and how can we then allow it to perform to a higher level?